This is a Dumb Dominos podcast. I'm Chase.
I'm Josh.
I'm Zach. Well, we just watched Kenobi.
The first two episodes. We're gonna do a at the start. We're gonna talk for a little bit about non-spoilers. So we're gonna talk about the camera shots, the audio, the sound, the music, everything, all of that. And then when we do get into spoilers, we will let y'all know like 10 seconds ahead of time.
Yep. We'll
So-
say spoilers.
Oh, okay, sure.
So the first thing I want to say is, how about the pure legacy of this show?
Well, I mean, the whole thing is, it's been, what, 20 years?
It's been
When
20
did the
years.
prequel come out again?
99.
99
was the
Phantom
first movie.
Menace.
The first one.
Yeah.
02 Attack of the Clones, and 05 Revenge of the Sith.
05. God.
So, I mean, it's been 17 years since we've seen
Seeing him.
young Ben Kenobi. And man, did they have to really tug on our heartstrings like right away? I mean, did they have
With
to
the
show?
flashbacks and
Did they have to show
showing the prequels.
the young Anakin getting cut down and charred to the bone?
Yeah. All right. So that shouldn't be a spoiler because
If you haven't
If you
seen
haven't
the
seen the
prequels
prequels,
at this point.
then anyway.
If you haven't seen it in
But
20
pretty
years.
much it felt like a recap at the very beginning, and that's not a spoiler because if you've seen the originals, then you already have the recap. But anyway,
I mean, let's be totally honest. If you didn't know exactly what you were getting into,
yeah.
there's no hope really. There might be a new hope later down the road. So, what did you think about the opening episode?
I thought
just
it
your
was-
overall thoughts.
It was good seeing Obi-Wan again. Just the the CGI and stuff was really cool.
I love the look of the planets.
practical effects
Yeah.
and the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, they're
was-
still doing practical, it looks like, and it looked good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it had a lot of practical stuff mixed with a little bit of CGI, which was pretty neat. And then the music was there.
Oh, yeah,
the music.
absolutely.
Man, there were some creatures that scared me. They were disgusting.
That woolly mammoth and all that.
There was well, I guess we can't go into spoilers just yet, but
Oh,
But
yeah.
how old is Ewan McGregor?
he's got to be 50 years
50,
old at this
yeah.
point.
50 years old, and he looks like it's only been 5 or 10 years after the Revenge of the Sith.
I love the fact that, like, in the timeline, it's the exact amount of time since those events happened.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to make up that he's old or young. Like, he's the perfect age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they remake the original trilogy in 30 years, he can just play, old Ben.
Old Ben.
Yeah.
He can just go right into it.
Sure.
Timothy Chalamet is
I wonder if they're gonna do like a remake or something, like when they hit that, when he gets that age, when he's that age where he could, play that role. That'd be pretty neat.
I think
like a Resident Evil thing going on or something.
I think we both know that it's just going to be original series from here on out.
Yeah.
On every platform imaginable.
Yeah. Do you think they'll actually do like another movie, like a Star
I hope
Wars?
not.
Like
I hope
it
they do,
seems
but-
like it's just going to be nothing but shows now because they just, for some reason, they can't make the movies good, but the shows are really good.
They only failed on 2 movies, but they failed so bad.
Yeah.
That,
It tainted the
2.5 because the Han Solo movie wasn't.
oh my
great.
God!
I haven't seen it, but
That movie
it
was
looks
a
so
pile
bad.
of crap.
The movie wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
It wasn't awful.
I haven't even seen it.
It's
I just don't want to
watchable.
watch
The
it.
guy needed lifts in his shoes. He was so short. Oh my God! And the only good thing about that movie was Woody Harrelson.
Come on.
Come on,
I
come
thought
on.
the actor. Hey, I
How about
haven't.
Childish Gambino?
Coming from
Hey,
someone
he
who
did
hasn't
great.
seen it, I thought that they didn't do bad on what is his name?
Who?
Which guy? Who do you think of?
Han?
No, Han's buddy. that drives the Millennium Falcon all the time.
Lando?
Yeah, Lando.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, Childish Gambino.
He looked. I actually
Donald.
didn't mind the actor.
He had to take a minute
looked
to.
alright.
I mean, he had to take a break from Atlanta and fly out there and help out. You know? I mean, but what a travesty it was that in the Skywalker trilogy, the only character I think that we didn't get back was Lando.
Yeah.
And I think he was alive.
Wait a minute. All right, Zachary. All right, this is going to be spoilers for the last Star Wars movie. That came out.
Hey, we
because-
don't even have to worry about
Yeah,
that.
the last 3 movies.
What exactly did Lando ever show up in that?
He never showed up. That's what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. Yeah, he did.
He never.
He
Lando.
did show up.
He did.
He showed up in the 9th movie.
Oh yeah, he sure did. Didn't he?
He showed up in the last. He showed up in the
he
last
didn't
movie.
show up when we cared. But man, you know what? I think the cinematography of Kenobi was amazing. I got those chill bumps right away.
What'd you think of Tatooine?
Oh my God! Do we? I mean, I love the place, but we've seen enough of Tatooine. Okay? I mean, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Jakku was pretty much Tatooine number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm done with these crappy plans. Why don't these people pick up and move? I mean, they're
I want them to go
rim.
back to Hoth. I thought that would be really cool if they do Hoth again. That would be pretty
I want them to go back to Geonosis. Because, I mean, it's kind of a deserty planet, but it had a unique style to it. It kind of changed the whole Tatooine vibe. And I like the Geonosins, or whatever they're called. Little bug creatures.
Without getting into spoilers yet, the villains were really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
they
the
were.
villains were really
Yeah.
cool. And we got to see a few surprises, like Easter eggs and stuff that only if you watch your prequels, you would know.
I mean, I gotta hand it to them. Just in a Star Wars universe, just establishing a new villain just so fast, just so to the point,
and it worked.
Yeah,
it
just
worked
so pure.
well.
They just put a guy, or a person, a thing. They put they put this character out there, and within 3 minutes, you're like, oh, this is the antagonist.
Yeah,
here.
that makes sense.
Like, I fully feel it. This person has a serious presence to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you've got anything to add before spoilers, because I like to start walking through the episodes.
I mean, real quick before without spoilers, would you recommend people watch this?
Oh,
I
my
would.
goodness.
I would. It was, if you're a fan of the
especially
prequels,
if you're a fan of
even
Star
if you're
Wars,
a fan of the sequels, the originals, the original 3. If you're a fan of the original 3 or the prequels, you're gonna like this movie because it's got a little bit of hints at the future and moments from the past brought back up. So you'll see a bunch.
It's
of
really
them.
connecting 3 to 4. That's what I'm excited
It's
about.
like the
It's
middleman.
gonna it's going to show what really happened.
And I'm going to say this real quick. It was like it was a sequel to the prequels. It was definitely a sequel to
the prequel.
To the prequels. It was really cool.
That's a way to put it.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all ready for spoilers in the next 5 to 10 seconds? Or y'all got
just hold on 1 minute. I'm just going to have to give credit where credit's due. I don't like giving it to big corporations, but I got to hand it to Disney and their television.
Yeah.
They have not missed on one television show.
Yeah.
I mean, even the animated ones, like the Clone Wars, but The Mandalorian, boom.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, man, hit.
Yeah.
And even just 2 episodes in, Kenobi.
And we're getting a huge pipeline of them. There's a bunch of them
We've got
coming through.
Ahsoka coming up.
We got Rogue Squadron or something like that.
The video games are getting better too. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm sure Boba Fett and The Mandalorian are going to keep going, right?
I think, yeah.
I mean, they like those Disney paychecks. I mean, hey, so I didn't expect anything but perfection from this, and it lived up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think it's time now. We go into the episode.
All right.
So you want to do spoilers now?
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Spoiler time.
Spoilers.
All right. So the show.
I can't believe you actually did it.
I had to do it. Oh man.
So let's talk about how it started.
Yeah, let's just walk through each of the 2 episodes.
Well, episode 1. We're on
episode 1.
The giant.
We get a recap,
sandfish.
like we already said. We get a recap of everything that happened in the prequels, and that was cool.
Let me do a little dad pun for you. We're gonna do episode Obi-Wan.
Oh,
Oh man.
Jesus.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, they had to get the hair standing up on the back of your neck with that opener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See Anakin charred to the bone, and you know, just
Like
reminded
the whole
you.
death and
You got to see some of them
thing of
classic
Padme.
lines.
You got to see all of like the end of Padme and like
Oh my god.
all of that.
And it just brought it all back.
I feel
Yeah.
like I could be wrong on this because it's been so long since I've seen the Phantom Menace. But did they not change some of the shots, but add some like CG shots of the city? Because when they were like at Naboo and they were hauling her through the streets on the casket, it looked like when they showed the city from far back. I don't remember seeing that.
I'm pretty sure it was there.
Yeah.
Or at least in that color.
Yeah.
It looked a lot darker. Maybe it was just the lighting on it, or maybe I'm just misremembering it, but it just looked
Yeah.
No, I'm
It
pretty
looked
sure
the same to me.
I'm pretty sure it was how.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Mustafar all looked the same.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
100%.
let me clear one thing up before we get too far. We want to let everyone know that we did watch Kenobi before Stranger Things. So.
Well, I'm halfway through the first
Oh
episode.
my God! What
Sorry.
have you done?
I'm sorry.
You were the chosen one.
I couldn't wait.
And you left us in
Shit,
darkness.
you just left Chase hanging.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
God. Well,
Well, you're late. You're late to the party.
Me?
How
many-
Chase.
Oh, okay.
Chase is late to the
I'm
party.
trying to finish the White Lotus that no one cares about. I don't know. I got home late last night, and it was past midnight, and I didn't want to just jump into Stranger Things. I got 2 episodes.
Wait,
of the
last
White
night?
Lotus.
I was with you last night, wasn't I? It
Yeah,
was
we got
SmackDown.
home at 12.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
last night. I forgot.
We went to SmackDown.
It was a long night,
And don't
but
worry.
it was a good one.
Yeah, it's fantastic. 18th row. No one's here to listen to that. So. But, you know, the first scene. What was the first scene? I'm just...
The first
Well,
it was the the giant sandfish.
Yeah,
It was
it was when you.
Oh, no.
No, it was in the bar.
Yeah.
We
was
were
at
in
the
the bar.
bar,
so we went to
the
the bar.
Inquisitor, the new villain.
Yeah, the
who
Grand
looks awesome.
Inquisitor.
Oh, man.
The Grand Inquisitor and the
And the samurai.
and the sisters showed up.
And the sister, and then the samurai Sith guy shows up.
Well, I think
He looks awesome. He's got the samurai.
I think he's one of the sisters too. I think that's just what they're called.
I guess. I have no idea.
They're the
Like,
Inquisitors.
Inquisitors are a group.
I'm gonna have to.
But you can
rewatch
tell
it.
the Grand one he's so menacing, and they've got the voice down. He's doing the
He had such a presence.
He had like
Oh
a
my
proper thing about it. Like he was
Yeah.
very elegant.
But,
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
I feel like they pulled it though from Boba Fett. You know the blue bug-looking guy.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember.
Oh, my God.
I can't remember. Right off the
Sorry,
top
we're
of-
doing a podcast. We don't even know
what we're talking
characters.
about.
But I think they
I
pulled.
know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
they pulled maybe a little from that. And-
Yeah.
But man, they set the scene. Yeah, get on
Yeah,
your.
I'm
Look it up.
Googling
Get on your laptop. Oh, I'm the one with the laptop. But hey, don't you worry. It's just for effects, people. You know. Let me get some glasses, and I don't even need them.
All right. So what happened
man,
was
the guy.
Cad Bane.
they were.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane. That was his name.
Shout out to Cad Bane.
The Inquisitors were looking for the Jedi.
Yeah, and you know the
Yeah,
people.
they're still hunting him after Order 66.
We should also mention that.
Oh, it was 10 years.
Yeah,
10
it was
years.
10
Yeah,
years,
10 years jump.
after the Order 66 and after Anakin killed younglings. And
Oh no!
right after he killed the younglings.
Not the younglings.
And so 10 years after,
Cardinal sin.
I'm guessing after Anakin got cleaved.
Well, don't we also
Here,
forgot
hold my mic.
we also forgot one other really big scene at the very beginning. It was when at the Jedi temple when they were training the younglings and the
Yeah,
Order
we got to-
66
we got to
episode.
see
That
a
was
character.
huge.
It was a big action scene where they
Oh,
were
yeah, we forgot
chasing
about-
the younglings, and the younglings were guessing us.
And it was
You
a
know what I
huge
just
battle.
thought about?
Are those the younglings?
I guarantee
the
you
young-
that. Guarantee you
They
that sister
ran.
girl was there when she ran,
Mhm.
and she's probably mad at Obi-Wan for abandoning them.
Because he did say that
'Cause he
the
left.
Inquisitors were Jedi that turned to the dark side.
All right, so
Now
that's
that
my
was wild.
theory, and we haven't gotten far
Yeah,
enough into
yeah,
it yet.
we're still a ways
Can-
away from that part.
But we've got to talk about one thing about that fight. Those two dumb stormtroopers. This two stormtroopers gonna go one-on-one with a fully formed Jedi. They're like, oh, let's get her. Like,
Well, do you
that
remember,
was gonna
do you
work
remember
out.
what happened with Kiara Mundi and how that girl from
Oh my god.
in Felucia? They cornered all of them. Why wouldn't they think
Oh,
they could just
yeah.
corner this Jedi teacher?
But I don't know if they.
Yeah,
were
it never told us her name. She was just like
just
a random Jedi.
Just a figure.
just a random Jedi, kind of like in the prequels when you saw the
Kinda
Jedi
like-
swoop in on the
yeah.
ships,
Mhm.
Just
and
a
then they
random-
all help Mace
Yeah.
Windu out
Yeah.
in the
yeah,
arena.
just a random Jedi like Mace Windu.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't say
yeah.
like Mace
Jeez.
Windu. They were
Mhm.
with Mace Windu. He was the only non-generic.
He was
one
trying to
besides-
save the Jedi.
Out of that whole group that showed up, he was the only one that wasn't generic, except for Yoda, who was.
No, there was
off
there was.
doing
I think
stuff.
Kit Fisto was there.
Yeah,
Kit
well,
Fisto. I mean, you probably don't.
I mean,
know
but
him.
they don't flush any of those people out. So
No.
I'm talking about like an actual
Well-
main character that actually has screen time.
Kit Fisto, I think, either died.
He got shot out of a plane.
Either
didn't
he was the guy in the plane, or he was the guy that got just sideswiped real quick by Sidious in the third movie when they went to try and kill him or capture him.
Yeah.
I am the Senate. You
Oh
know?
my god.
But
I'm thinking back on that. Oh man. Oh man. So anyway, he walks into this saloon in Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new character. You know, he's got the pale white skin. He kind of looks like Vader when he took his helmet off.
Yeah.
In a way, but not
Yeah.
as.
he was
mangled
really
Yeah.
No, I appreciated the old school Sith look.
Yeah.
He had the Sith eyes. But he was just kind of standing there with this huge presence, and it looked like everybody around him couldn't even afford a shirt. And he's like, I don't know really.
Like, their goal was just to find the Jedi. That's all they were doing there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all they
it
were
was kind of
doing.
like they were just hunting down rogue Jedis after the Order 66.
That or they were specifically looking for Obi-Wan.
Well, no, she was
No,
specifically
it's that other young Jedi.
one of the sisters,
Yeah.
the sister girl, the girl Sith, was looking for Obi-Wan,
And the rest of them were just.
and the
looking for
rest of
Jedi.
them were just looking for
Yeah.
Jedi, and
you-
they were getting mad at her for being obsessed. And
Yeah. Can you look up her name?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
they I don't think they ever said her name, did
No,
they? If
but
they did,
we're gonna find it.
They did it like really quick.
we're gonna find it because
Actually, look up
she's
all
playing,
three of their names.
She's playing the young, overzealous, part of the group,
Yeah.
and she's kind of playing like a young Anakin.
I actually don't.
Oh
I
man.
actually kind of like her. She's pretty cool.
yeah, I
She
did.
is.
I did
She's-
like how they focused on her in the sense that she's like overly aggressive.
Yeah, I mean she's a powerful character. But,
Yeah.
Are we gonna call, the Grand Master like her Sith Lord? Not really.
No, because
Yeah, but that's
Because-
what I
Grand
saw.
Inquisitor.
I don't-
I'm
The
just
Grand
gonna
Inquisitor.
Yeah, the
because I don't think
Master of the Order.
I mean, I don't like Inquisitor. That's it doesn't roll off the tongue for me. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna call him the Grand Master,
Okay.
the Grand Master.
the Grand Mask.
Yeah.
What I mean,
It's
what
The
does it
ball,
say?
the pale bald
So
guy.
yeah,
The
the
pale
Grand
man.
Inquisitor.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Yeah, it's the Grand Inquisitor, the fifth brother,
The fifth
which is the
brother.
guy you like, Josh, and the third sister.
So she's the third sister,
Yeah.
and he's the fifth brother.
Oh, her real name is Neva.
With a what?
Oh, or Reva. Sorry.
Reva.
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 Oh my goodness, Inquisitor Reva. And
And she's the third sister.
Third
So-
sister.
So Reva. Okay.
I'm just gonna. I'm not really understanding. Do you think there's some backstory with Obi-Wan why she wants Obi-Wan so bad?
Well,
I think it's
kind
what I
of.
said.
The only thing it is that she's trying to deliver him specifically to Vader. Because Vader's
Yeah,
been
that's
looking
true.
She's
for
trying
him.
to capture
she's-
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, she's
And she's trying because
trying
I think
to
they
gain
said
favor
that.
with Vader.
Yeah, but that's later on. So
That happened in the second episode, I believe.
So from the bar, we went to... It went from him escaping the bar and them chasing after him. After she was trying to
she threw
kill...
it. You know, they basically interrogated everybody and
Yeah.
said the Jedi are scum and that they'll,
You know, the
Cowards.
usual.
cowards, and they threw a knife and he had to use the Force
To stop it from
Flushed
killing
him out, yeah.
killing someone.
and just you know, a young Jedi.
Yeah.
And they let him get away, but oh well. And you know, guess where we went from there? Long overdue. We're in some meat market in the middle of the desert,
Just chopping up meat.
just chopping up meat that looked like,
That was really weird.
It
An
looked
intro
like-
for him.
and it looked like fine tuna. like it looked. That meat didn't look
I
like.
called it a sand shark. is what
Yeah.
I
I
called
mean,
it.
I don't think there's water
Sand
until
ray.
another planet, and that meat looked like it was well hydrated. Is all I'm trying to say.
In Mass Effect, they have this giant worm that can swim underground, and it like
I mean,
eats
aren't
people
we done
and
with
trucks.
giant worms?
So
Mass
it kind
Effect,
of reminded
Dune.
me.
Don't forget.
It kind of reminded me of.
Don't forget episode 9 when she healed
Yeah.
that underground worm.
Except it was like
We're not talking about that on this
it was pretty
podcast.
much. If you've ever seen 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea,
Dear
it was
God,
exact,
Josh, that movie's from the 60s.
That movie. If you've ever seen it, it's that big stingray that pretty
Oh my
much
God.
grabs the Nautilus or whatever that ship, that submarine was called, and is like squeezing it, and then that guy goes in there and
Just starts stabbing it.
hits it with that spear,
Hey man.
and then they shock it to death, and then they escape.
Well, here's my thought. Just go with me on this. I know I'm nitpicking. That's my favorite thing. So you see the animal's bones, like bone dry, but this meat is just hydrated. I mean, so what happened? Did they cut the? There's a lot of meat too. So did they just cut this meat off and they threw this out, and then just the Tatooine heat just scorched, or what?
I guess it just hyper dries it out or something.
And then
I guess
the
you think it's humid on
Maybe it came
Tatooine?
from space, man. That would be cool. Maybe
yeah.
Oh, a
it
space shark.
froze in space.
Oh my God.
It's a space
Space shark.
shark.
I'm pretty sure it's some mini crate dragon, if I had to guess.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've already established crate dragons over there, sort of. I'm not sure. I mean, that was in Mandalorian, right? Yeah, they killed that crate dragon.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's in one of those shows. But anyway, and then you see the long flowing locks from behind
The thick beard.
and the beard, and you know. And who is it? Dun, dun, dun.
Anakin.
It's not
So,
all
dang
his,
it.
all his hair was burnt off.
Oh man.
Obi-Wan
Oh,
Kenobi.
come on.
It's
It's
Obi-Wan
Kenobi, and you see him, and
Qui-Gon.
for the first time.
and he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean,
seeing him again and play that role. I know we've seen him recently in
Doctor Strange, or
Yeah,
not Doctor
Dr.
Strange,
Sleep.
Doctor
Dr.
Sleep,
Doctor
Sleep.
Sleep.
Doctor, one of these doctors.
But
He's some
but
kind of doctor
he
somewhere.
really looked like it was just like the prequels just ended like
Yeah.
5 or 6 years
You could
ago.
see a few more wrinkles.
Yeah,
There-
like-
that was it.
Like
And-
they're doing all these remakes now, and you see the character, and he's old, and you're like, man, this just, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, he looks terrible, and this one, it's like the opposite effect. You're like, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi right
Yeah.
there.
He's like Keanu Reeves.
Unless you brought Alec Guinness back from the dead, like, no one else is playing this character.
Absolutely.
He's got that Keanu Reeves age. And
Yeah,
Jennifer Aniston
yeah.
Just
thing
doesn't
going on.
age.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's just a citizen,
He's hiding
Jesus.
out, cutting up fish for a living.
He's basically just hiding out.
Yeah, he's
just basically
Not
like,
using his powers.
not using his powers,
using
not
the
acting as a Jedi.
Tricks, nothing.
changed his name and
Yeah.
everything. Just
They're,
mean-
they're hunting Jedi, and one of them is specifically hunting Obi-Wan, and he's hiding out you know.
Out on Tatooine, and then
as
we
a
cut.
Fisherman, I guess.
We cut to him in in his cave.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I gotta put one more thing in. I just love the fact that he's just middle-aged Ben working in the meat market, working in the meat
just
factory.
Just cutting up meat,
not worrying about his wage getting, cut in half. And,
yeah.
But I had a thought. You know what would have cut that meat a lot faster? A lightsaber.
That's fair.
I mean, we could have carved that whole animal up and
you could have cooked it too.
Cooked it and been out of there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we go back to his cave, and
he's dealing with the Jawas.
He's dealing with the Jawas.
I love those guys.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of comic relief there.
Yeah, the Jawas.
I kind of would love to have one as a pet. That would be pretty cool.
It'd be stealing you blind.
Yeah.
And then
it's like having a gremlin as a pet.
We figured out why Alec Guinness looked so stiff, because Obi-Wan was sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, on pure rock.
Like, that looked rough.
Yeah.
And then I think we cut from there to
him looking out at Owen in his field.
Yeah, he was watching over Luke. That's right.
We got to see a child Luke, a 10-year-old Luke.
It was really far away, and you couldn't really see.
But what it did reveal was a Joel Edgerton return.
Oh, yes.
Very happy about that, and he looked great.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love seeing him.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since the Warrior. I'm sure he was in something else, but I haven't seen him since the Warrior or the Thing. So.
And then you got Joel Edgerton in the street in the city.
Yeah.
And we got Reva. I'm not really sure.
I don't know. Reva. I don't know.
Reva,
the third sister.
The third sister, and out of all these people she's trying to intimidate and figure out where the Jedi are, she just picks him out of line.
And then it was kind of weird. Yeah,
don't forget Obi-Wan.
It's like she sensed it.
Obi-Wan left a gift for Luke.
Oh yeah, and that's why he was in the city. He brought it back.
And threw it at Obi-Wan and said, I don't want you involved with Luke because of what happened with Anakin.
And he said, it's my duty to protect the boy. And,
and he said, after what you did with Anakin, I don't want you anywhere near him. And he also told him that at some point Luke would have to be trained.
And he was like, you want to end up like Anakin.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, it's like, if I was Luke's caretaker, I would have done the same thing. I'm totally on board with what he's saying, because man, they're so defeated.
Not only are they hunting the Jedi,
and what
but
there's guys on the planet interrogating him about Jedi, like they want to murder him.
Yeah.
So that's happening 2 feet away from, and here's Obi-Wan. I've got to train him, and I'm like, you guys have to survive this scene. Like they're hunting you right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were, 30, 40 feet away from Obi-Wan while she was interrogating Owen in front of the whole town. She cut that one woman's arm off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The hand. She just sliced it.
Just like nothing.
And did we get some kind of, blurry scene where the hand just falls off? Absolutely
not. No, we do a close-up on the hand falling to the floor.
And I thought, no way. We're on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Hand comes off.
Yeah, just straight up.
It was pretty cool.
Hand off. And it was just some lady.
Yeah,
it wasn't something like gruntle.
She was saying you don't run this.
You don't run this town. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cut her hand off.
Just cut her down. Yeah. I mean that's why Disney.
She's gonna have to get one of them robots.
That's why Disney.
Like
oh my God. Yeah, you're right. On Tatooine,
they can't afford.
You're gonna be lucky if they can find a tourniquet. I mean, much less a robot hand. I mean. Yeah,
they're living in poverty and.
I love TV shows. I love nitpicking because she would have bled out and died in 10 minutes.
Lightsabers cauterize because they're fire.
Well, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think blaster bolts also cauterize because
I don't know about that.
Well, they
that
tear
could just blow you in half.
Yeah, they go through you like buckshot.
I mean. You'll never see that in the movies. You'll never see that in the movies or nothing. Like a thermal grenade, and then you're just blown to
Well,
smithereens.
yeah, but that's a grenade.
And you are hearing me right on
goes
this.
like-
When that dinosaur got shot by that blaster, you heard me right. A dinosaur.
Oh yeah.
Or Killer Croc or whatever
Killer-
it was. And it had a huge hole. I mean, it was a basketball-sized hole in his chest.
And don't forget the Jedi at the very beginning with the younglings got shot right in the chest or in the stomach.
Yeah.
I don't think it went through. It might have. But
yeah, so
Then we got
we had that big standoff with Joel Egerton.
yeah,
They were
and pretty
basically
much
saying-
he didn't say anything, and
Yeah.
then Obi-Wan and they left after
But-
the sister threatened
Yeah,
to kill
Reva.
the third sister.
Up
well,
in
threatened to
space.
then
kill.
Reva.
it was revealed that they weren't necessarily looking for Obi-Wan. They were looking for that
the Jedi.
that other
Yeah.
Jedi.
And then she was still wanting to get
Oh.
information on Obi-Wan, but
Yeah.
they weren't having it, and they pretty much talked her down, and then they left.
And I guess they murdered that young Jedi and they hung him in the street.
Yeah.
I think that's later on because in the next
Yeah, I'm
scene,
just
well,
saying
the
they
next
got
him.
the next scene is
You know what I love
him
real quick?
traveling back home and the young Jedi
Oh.
meeting up.
I
with
gotta
him.
say something real quick. There was a part where she gets her hand cleaved off, right? and then there's
Yeah.
a big hole in this dinosaur alien, right? He gets a in him. I think a youngling got shot, but
Yeah.
they don't hang him. They hang him from his chest and his side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
they don't
like-
they don't cut anything off.
Like,
There's no
so you
blaster
showed
bolt.
all of that, but you won't show him getting like
Just
Decapitated or
Yeah.
something.
just like hang them high, Clint Eastwood.
yeah, like in Pirates of the
No, that's where we draw the line. Let's
the
lop-
hand,
let's
the hand
lop
was
her hand
enough.
off.
Let's
Yeah.
lop her hand off and blow a hole
I can
in
see
the
some guy in the writer's room right now. Look, we already showed Luke getting his hand cut off. These people are used to it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe like cutting limbs off is like a Star Wars tradition.
It is. Every trilogy.
Well, I mean,
Kids are
old
growing up
Darth
wanting to
Maul
maim
got
people.
cleaved in half. So.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Kids are growing up like thinking maiming people's okay.
Or electrocuting people.
Hey, that's why Disney Plus makes you put in a pin now for adult content.
Oh
Do they
yeah.
really?
Yeah. It drives me crazy. I gotta put it in every time. But, you know, I didn't think Obi-Wan was one we needed a code, but apparently so. I mean, I figured the Punisher, Daredevil, sure, but...
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan?
I'm happy that they're doing it like that. They're kind of being like showing a realistic take, if you will.
Yeah, and I love how they're showing too that Obi-Wan, he's completely defeated. That young
Yes.
Jedi came to him in the night and was like, "We've got to do something." He's like, "The
Yeah.
Jedi are done. Keep your head down."
He said, "You were once a Jedi, a great Jedi,"
yeah.
and he said, "You need to leave it behind.
You need to.
You
Yeah,
need to
we
move
want to be in
on."
the fight, and he said, "The fight's over."
Obi-Wan
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like, it seemed like Obi-Wan, like, accepted...
Defeat.
No, well, I don't
I
want to
mean-
say defeat,
I mean,
because he knows Luke is still there.
Well-
He's accepted that the
Well, what
Jedi
about
are
Leia?
no more for the foreseeable future, and it's
until
one day the
Luke.
Chosen One, which we're
Leia?
assuming is Luke. Didn't they ever say who the
Oh.
Chosen One was?
Technically, I believe the chosen one is Anakin still.
It's Anakin.
Because
Yeah.
in the end, he kills the Emperor.
Yeah, but like it's really weird. They never specifically say, and I'm not saying that just because of the
I still don't.
old movie. I'm saying that mostly based on the new movies.
Well, I
because the
still-
new movies have screwed it up so bad.
I still think the interpretation of the chosen one is wrong, because the Sith have their own, like in their history and lore, they have their own chosen one. I can't remember what they're called, but they have their own chosen one, and I think they coincide with each other. The Jedis and the Siths kind of coincide. I think it's actually not Anakin, it's not Luke, it's not Rey. It's someone we haven't seen yet.
Either that or it's Anakin because he was both light and dark.
I mean, yeah, technically, but
But-
I don't know.
or maybe it's Obi-Wan and Anakin.
I mean,
It's
maybe.
not Obi-Wan.
I mean, you
He's-
can make the argument with
He's like
Anakin.
a really good job.
Or it's Luke and Anakin, I guess.
Mm.
But anyway,
So basically, he gets back and he gets that transmission right after that.
Oh no! Then we cut to The big reveal.
The big reveal.
We get to see a 10-year-old Leia.
Man.
Is she 10 years old? It's 10 years. Oh yeah.
10 years after the event.
10-year-old
Yeah, I'm
Leia
being
on,
stupid. It's 10 years after Padme got
on your favorite planet.
killed.
Alderaan.
Alderaan.
We actually get to see it.
Before it got blown to
Oh
smithereens.
God!
Man, it
was it 12 years after?
It's
that?
actually really pretty.
Yeah,
Man,
it looks
yeah,
amazing.
They start out in the back shot and they show all the nature. Man, it's so
It was kind of
green.
like a
Mountainous.
Naboo
Yeah.
mixed with a
Something so beautiful just to be, you know.
It was
just to be blown to smithereens.
Yeah.
It was unique. I'll tell you that.
I thought it was Naboo at first.
I mean,
I thought it was Naboo.
I thought it was
it
Naboo,
makes sense now when you
but it was
look
Alderaan.
into it.
yeah, it was Alderaan. I mean, it has to be because that's where she was
He wanted
taken.
to say Alderstone. I don't know.
Alderstone,
Dragonstone. I don't know. I'm losing it. Been watching.
Game of Thrones.
No. That's not. No. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
You
No.
sound like a Game of Thrones fan. I just,
Yeah. There was a lot of those until season 8. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about something that I actually care about. Kenobi. Okay. So we see 10-year-old Leia about 10 years to unveil that.
Mm-hmm.
We go through all the rivers and valleys and the this and then the that and then the and then you see her and like it's a big reveal and she's 10 years old.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. You know.
I mean, Luke was
then
Luke
you
was
get
young
and
when we
then
saw
the
him.
cool thing is
so.
they bring
And-
back so many characters from the original prequel.
Senator Organa.
Yeah, the senator and his wife make an appearance, and I believe even the wife is the same actress as she was.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I can't remember, but she looks familiar.
Yeah.
But he was definitely in there.
Yeah,
And it was
for
cool
sure.
to see him again, the original actor.
He looked exactly the same.
He did.
And
he just had a little bit of gray
and
hair.
then
That's
we-
about it.
Oh, come on.
And then we
get
end
some
up in-
Just for Men.
Well, that's when we end up into the scene where they're at the gala or whatever, and she sees her cousin.
Makes fun of
She's
him.
basically, I think they wanted to get across that she's royalty. You know, she kind of has this
Yeah.
crappy, I'm important, I'm entitled attitude in A New Hope.
Yeah.
And so I think they kind of were just like really setting that.
Yeah.
She's 10 years old and she's already like,
Kind of getting
They
into
were
that
they were
whole...
explaining her. They were building her young character in.
yeah, and her
So you'd care about
her adopted dad per se is like telling her you're gonna own all this and you know you're the queen, and then basically she's growing up her whole life thinking I'm the queen, I'm important, and then Luke on the other hand is being told he's a farmer on an outer rim planet.
Yeah.
So man, I mean the difference there, you know. And then they end up making out, you know. But
We don't talk about that part.
Yeah. Well, it happened. Maybe you need to see a therapist about it. So after that little scene, I mean,
That's when she...
we see her go out in the woods and
Yeah, go out to play again. And
Yeah, and she plays for a while, and then her mom comes and gets her and brings her back.
No,
to
no. We
Oh,
were,
this
we
is
were
the
past
second
that.
time.
Yeah,
You're
we
talking
went-
about the second time.
when she went
Okay.
back out.
They got drones like watching her at night, and somehow past all the guards, this strange man just standing there like, I want you.
Well, the guards weren't
Yeah.
out in the woods.
I know, but you
It's
know.
some strange guy, like
There's some-
I'm assuming he's just like a
and they run her down.
criminal because they never did
Well,
really
he
do
was just
anything
kind of
with
like
that guy.
He was just kind of a kidnapper. You know,
Yeah,
he was
he's just a random. It was like a Batman villain that's not one of the
Yeah.
super villains. It was just some random villain
And
that
it
Batman beats up.
Took 7 minutes for 4 grown men to catch a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
that took a
I'm
minute.
not gonna lie. That's one of the only scenes I didn't
Yeah,
like because I was like, that's stupid.
It looked like Home Alone to me.
They could have cut like 2 minutes out of that and just had them gotcha, and then that's it.
Gotcha.
Like, what's the point of running around the entire
I don't know,
woods?
man. They watched Home
You
Alone 20 years ago, I guess. Or
Yeah, I
30
guess.
now.
30 years ago. 30 years
30,
ago.
40, 50, I don't know.
But
Shout
she
out
gets
Macaulay
captured.
Culkin.
Macaulay, wherever you are.
Wherever you are, hope you get back into acting.
And
I think he did.
Yeah, he did. Good for him. Get the What? And isn't that where that scene ends, or did?
Yeah, well, they capture her and throw her.
Did he send him a message?
Oh, they throw a bag over her head, and we don't know what's going on. And then she wakes up in a room, and she's captured.
They tie her up in the
and then Senator
Organa.
He takes. What do they call those little?
I can't
message.
I know what you're talking about.
Hold on, it's hot in here.
He basically just messages.
But yeah, he pretty much talks to Obi-Wan on the phone, pretty much.
What? On the phone?
He gives hologrammed him.
He gives him a ring.
He gave him a hologram.
He heard his hologram ring.
Anyway.
Is that what happened though?
So he answers the hologram.
Yeah, funny enough, he heard his ringtone.
I love how that suitcase or whatever was like airtight. Like when he pulled it open and it went, but they could hear the thing in there.
Yeah.
You could hear his cell phone.
And so pretty much he answers the hologram.
That thing run off of. What?
Solar power?
It's in an airtight case.
Okay, well, let me think of something.
Just like
I can come up with something.
Ion batteries.
Endless energy.
It's got an ion battery.
Energy cells, like from Fallout.
I guess. I don't know.
Tesla.
I don't know.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
I don't know.
Yeah,
battery.
Elon Musk energy.
It's a lithium battery.
It's a lithium battery.
Lithium.
It's a 2,000-year-old lithium battery that's still running.
Yeah.
It's running off nuclear power.
So they say, Obi-Wan, you're the only one.
You're our only hope.
I need you.
And he said, "Get someone else."
Yeah, he was like,
much.
"No, I don't want to do it. I got to take care of the boy."
I love how he's just riding this mantra of being defeated. He's like, "I'm not the old Obi-Wan. I'm Ben now."
Yeah.
And he's just done.
Mm-hmm.
And he said no. He hung up the phone.
Yeah.
He hung it up.
He slammed it down on the receiver.
We need you to go save royalty. And he said, "I'm done. I'm retired."
And
huh?
I think after this scene is when we actually saw the... Was that the end of the episode? I thought we saw one more thing.
No.
Okay. Oh, that's the start of the next one.
No.
But thank God that he pulled a Tom Brady and just fake retired for 6 weeks.
No, because Senator Organa later came to Tatooine.
Wait a minute. I thought it ended with that guy getting hung in the street.
Well,
maybe
this is what I remember. So
it's weird because we watched 2 episodes back to back.
Well, listen, Senator Organa came to Tatooine to talk to Obi-Wan and basically convince him to go. So he went out into the desert and he found his old lightsaber buried in the sand.
That's right. Yeah, and he accepted the job.
Yeah, and in the sand, he what was it? In the box, he had not only his lightsaber but Anakin's lightsaber.
I know, and
here we go.
That was a cool moment.
And
he
then,
comes to see him in person.
Yeah, he came to see him in person.
Okay, so that was the end then, right?
Yeah, and he said, "I beg you," or whatever he said.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then it flashes back to her with her little robot. She had this little robot, and I actually like
it. Then we cut to the sand.
Okay, so the ending was Obi-Wan.
Yeah. The ending is not here with the when he finds the lightsabers. The actual ending is when he puts it on his hip. He goes to the freighter
to go and rescue her.
Yeah, yes. that's when the episode ends, when he gets to the freighter and he's about to hitch a ride to Coruscant.
It feels like
or whatever.
one big episode, and it's like confusing the crap out of me, because it feels like
one big episode.
It does.
Yeah.
It feels like a movie.
Oh no, I was just trying to get the sound.
I got my sound.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. And then the next one opens.
And they're flying. Yeah,
man,
they're flying.
Right here.
Into Coruscant.
I don't know if I can show this.
No,
don't show that.
Yeah, that's
copyright
waiting to happen.
On YouTube.
But listen.
You seen their community guidelines?
I mean, it's just a picture, but I'm sure I can get
we can't do that.
All right. But anyway.
It's our bread and butter.
Real quick.
That first shot.
Yeah.
We can see it.
There was a spot there where it shows the city, and they're coming down.
Yeah.
Coming down into the city.
It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like Harrison Ford's Blade Runner, like right when you're going down into the city. That's where they took.
Yeah.
If I had to say one, that was an homage. Like, if I had to say, if you watch the original Blade Runner,
Yeah.
that's exactly what the city looks like.
Okay.
So maybe it's a little bit of an homage, maybe it wasn't.
Man,
in
but
my
that
heart.
that looks awesome right there.
But
that shot right there.
You gotta think too, you know, Harrison
I'll let y'all
Ford.
just look at it.
Harrison Ford
Yeah.
on, you know,
Yeah,
But
that
it
is.
looked-
the play.
It looked really good.
Yeah, that is an amazing shot. Just to see the city.
Yeah, the city just. Like,
Do we know where this is? Is this Coruscant? I want to say it is.
I hope so. I hope it is. But, you know, basically, you can close that out. But basically, if I had to give like my biggest thumbs up, it would be that city, the way
The
they
city.
did that city.
That was my favorite part.
If you want to put away all the nostalgia, you want to put away seeing Obi-Wan, him grabbing his lightsaber, and just get down to like filmmaking, what you like that shot of that city.
Yeah.
And the shot of just anytime they went somewhere new. Oh, how about this? Anytime they went somewhere new, they just bam, they hit you with a great shot.
Yeah, like when we first showed up in Alderaan, we
Bam.
got great
It
landscape.
showed you like the planet, the scope of the planet.
Yeah.
It was like a scenery shot.
Yeah, it's like they made sure to let you know like this place is a big deal.
It gave you a really good representation of the atmosphere that was coming in that area.
From that planet.
Yeah, from that planet. It gave you the entire atmosphere.
It's a good
in that
representation
shot.
of it.
Yeah, it gave you a...
They did the same with Tatooine, but I mean, we all know Tatooine, but they still did a little bit of it.
Well, Tatooine, they just plain desert, and that's pretty much what Tatooine is.
Well,
It's a dust bowl.
when they showed, you know, the scenes of like the Inquisitor's ship flying around through above the city.
And Obi-Wan lands, he gets right to work. He said, you know, I want a little information. And the girl goes, well, you'll never see her again if she's on this planet. And the funny thing is, we weren't 5 minutes later, he found her.
Yeah.
What a bum.
And then the crazy thing is, it turned out to be a trap by the third sister.
Yeah.
They stole...
hold
kidnapped.
on. We also have the scene before that where we have the fake Jedi.
Oh, and this is a cameo I could have done without. I'm sure everyone loved it, and everyone that's watching this is like, oh, what a great one. You know, he's so funny. I'm against it. I didn't want it. It didn't need to be there. We didn't need that comic relief, but you want to tell them who it was?
Kumail Nanjiani.
Kumail on Anything is Possible, huh?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I guess he's an Eternal, and then he's a Jedi, huh? And, I don't know, kind of fake in both, if you know what I'm saying. With some fake muscles on him, too.
No.
Muscles that come in a bottle. You know what I mean?
Good Lord.
You know,
you don't like Kumail, do you?
I mean, I'm just saying that he had a lot of extra marinara sauce on his pizza. Like, he was on a Lance Armstrong level cycle, if you know what I'm saying.
No, that's... alright,
All right, fair enough. But, you know, he's you know, why not? He was like 42 years old. I mean,
well, he didn't like ruin anything. He was
no,
just there. He was
fine.
just there.
He's fine.
Well, let's talk about the idea that this is what is 10 years after the whole Order 66. The Jedi have all been either killed or being tracked down, and this guy is posing as a Jedi to try and just basically scam people out of their money.
Is he really scanning him? Or like scanning him? He's scamming him? He's scanning them all right for their money, but he's not really scamming them. He gets them out.
I mean, yeah, he gets them out, but he...
For a hefty price.
Yeah, over...
While also pretending to be a Jedi, using magnetic things and...
posing as a Jedi just to get extra money.
Yeah. And so he's actually Han Solo. He's smuggling people out.
Yeah.
But he's using the Jedi thing to get an extra 400
credits.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a Jedi. That's 300 extra credits. And they're like, oh God, oh God, sir.
He has the little fake magnets in his wrist pockets.
I mean, if you ask me, he's a hero.
And they got to this guy because Obi-Wan.
I mean, that's what Han.
Yeah,
does.
Obi-Wan heard of this Jedi.
That was
going to
arrived
help
on the planet asking for questions.
That's what Han does. I mean, he's a low-life scum who smuggles people.
Yeah.
But when Kamal does...
Yeah, but
hey.
he's posing as a Jedi.
Okay.
Come on.
That ain't right.
But,
Oh, got a huge scene. The scene where he's walking through the city, and there's a clone trooper begging for money.
It was a clone trooper, and you could tell. Number one, it looked like one of the clone guys.
Yeah, it was a clone.
And he had the armor from what looked like one of the 501st or something. One of those soldiers that was before Order 66 took place.
Or like during Order 66.
And that was really
Oh,
fun
and that's the first scene where we get to see like stormtroopers out in the open.
Yeah,
before
we got
anything.
to see the stormtroopers from the Empire
the
Strikes
originals.
Back and A New Hope.
The originals.
Which was pretty cool, seeing them come back. They still can't shoot worth a
Oh
bang.
yeah.
And even to be honest, Obi-Wan missed a couple of shots.
Hey, he's rusty, okay?
Okay.
He hasn't done battle in what, 15 years, 10 years, something like that.
His heart isn't
It's
in
been
it
a long
anymore.
time.
Yeah.
His heart ain't in it.
I'm sure he's not training in his spare time.
Let's see, what else?
Oh, we also established, we forgot about this in the first episode, that he's dealing with his nightmares and
I gotta say something
he has
about
trauma
that.
from everything.
I gotta say something about that. He was specifically asking for Qui-Gon.
And he got no answer.
And got no answer, but I'd like to say, before we go any further, that at the beginning, during the recap, the last thing of the recap was Yoda in the prequels telling him that I'm going to teach you how to get in touch with your old master, Qui-Gon. So there's a good chance we will see Qui-Gon Jinn return.
I sure hope so.
In some way, like Liam Neeson makes a return.
If he showed up, man.
I mean, I'd go. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
And he's gonna show up, and they're gonna save Anakin, and then, or not Anakin, but I wish they'd save Anakin.
Yeah. That's a little too late for that one.
Luke, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Obi-Wan, he's finding his way around, and he's seeing all kinds of crazy.
Kumail gave him a tip.
Yeah.
He told him where Leia was.
Yeah, and let's not forget all the crazy practical effects creatures.
Oh yeah, on the way there.
Abominations and eight-eyed creatures.
It was cool to see. I'm pretty sure all those looked like practical effects.
And then we had the whole like weird.
A dinosaur?
No, the whole like mixing like drugs or whatever scene.
Yeah, he tried to smuggle. He was leading Obi-Wan to this certain location where Leia was supposed to be,
and they had to get
they had to go through a drug
lab.
A drug lab.
In a full hazmat suit and a meth lab.
Star Wars
and he was cooking.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Heisenberg Kenobi in there.
Obi-Wan Heisenberg or something.
I mean, he may have found a job there. He looked like he knew what he was doing.
To get past the
guards, he made some kind of cocktail or something, and it blew up in the room, and that's how he snuck past the...
Right when he needed it.
And he got in and immediately found Leia, and this is all within like the first 5.
No. He went into that room, and he revealed the cloak. And it was nothing. And then he got trapped by the 3 people that kidnapped Leia.
Yeah. And then they get into a fight, and he uses this gas or this chemical.
It's like this chemical. He
this
drops
drug
it and
breaks it. That this a while back, where they made a reference to
the Jedi mind trick.
Being a Jedi. But anyway, he throws it down and it busts.
And it chokes everyone in the room except for him because he puts a mask on.
Gas mask.
and he
gets Leia.
And then he
and
locks
then he
him in the
immediately
room.
walks across the room and finds Leia.
Yeah, he walks in the next room,
So
finds Leia.
I was one room off.
He hurt his hand on that spike.
Yeah, he punched one of those.
Oh yeah, he got into a
guys.
fight with one of those
A
guys
Darth
from
Maul guy.
Yeah, from Dathomir. I can't remember what they call him.
And then I'd say from there we went into the 10-15 minutes of him and Leia bickering back and forth.
And just traveling.
You're not a
I actually
Jedi.
didn't
I'm a
mind
Jedi.
that.
You know.
I actually didn't mind that because I think they made Leia a little too smart though.
Yeah, they kind of made her a smart ass.
She's not as much of a kid. I mean,
she's 10 years old.
She is a kid, but they don't.
Yeah.
They play her as like she's like a grown up almost.
Yeah.
But not a grown up.
Well,
She's really
I think they're
sassy
doing it.
Older.
I think
than
they're
her
doing
age.
it because she's smart for her age because she's like dealing with
Luke
the senator.
was sitting on top of that
but-
thing doing this.
But Josh, you got to think he comes from a family of farmers and
Yeah.
she comes from a family of senators.
Oh,
And they deal with people and stuff like that. So she knows how to kind of read people in a sense.
And then
So she knows how to talk and act a little bit.
basically,
Whereas kind of just a kid.
and then a throw over to the Mandalorian, the bounty hunter pucks start pinging everywhere with
Oh, yeah.
Obi-Wan's face.
Yeah.
Because they get mad at the third sister, Reva, because she orchestrated this thing to capture Obi-Wan without the Grand Inquisitor's permission.
And then you got the Inquisitors, the Sith, whatever, the new, the First Order,
oh yeah,
whatever,
First
whatever.
Order.
And they got them and all the bounty hunters, and they're all after Obi-Wan and this little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And this little girl
It's Leia.
is Leia, and she decides Obi-Wan is after her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she thinks
She's like,
she thinks Obi-Wan is actually
she
the
has a lot
people
of
that kidnapped her.
distrust. Yeah, she has a lot of distrust of Obi-Wan because, I mean, obviously she would. They just met.
Yeah, they
And
just
Obi-Wan's
met and she got
chasing her.
kidnapped.
Chasing her around the market district.
He did save her.
Yeah.
But it's
But
Obi-Wan.
he was chasing her around.
She should have just known
Yeah.
that he's a good man.
And then
Let's see, they run into an alleyway where they escape after he beats up somebody.
He
did he shoot somebody?
No, he gets an epic uppercut
Yeah,
on that
that's what it
one
was.
dude and knocks out that bounty hunter.
Yeah, he knocked someone out with a punch.
and the Inquisitor's sister, Reva, we're going to have to figure that out. Or I'm going to.
We'll hear it at some point.
She, is after him with a force of fury.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's after Leia. And then we have the big reveal. She falls off the cliff. And for the first time in forever.
She falls off the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he uses the force
Yeah.
To catch her.
before she falls.
Because she kept saying the whole time, "Are you even a Jedi? You're not even a Jedi."
You're not even
because
using the force.
yeah, if you're a Jedi, make me float.
Yeah.
And then at the big reveal, she falls off a building, and he catches her and makes her float.
And while this is happening, Riva is chasing Obi-Wan down
Along with
Hard.
because she saw gunfire
Killer
all the
Croc.
way across the rooftop. That was one of the coolest shots,
Yeah.
by the way, where she was standing up there
Yeah.
on the building.
Oh yeah.
Like
and
she's
she saw the
like
shooting
she's
happen in
Batman.
the background.
Yeah, she's like Batman up there, and you just see gunfire way off in
Yeah.
the distance. It's Obi-Wan in a shootout on top of the roof.
And Killer Croc took one to the chest.
And
That blue
don't forget
looking guy
Black
was
Manta's off
awesome.
on the corner.
Black Manta's over there.
Yeah.
They had no inspiration
But
for
yeah.
those characters. Huh?
Yeah.
But then, he goes down there after he saves her from falling.
And who's their white knight down there? Kumal.
Yep.
Kumal is back and he wants to make amends
Yep.
after he figures out it's Obi-Wan. He's like, you can take my ship.
Because the way out, the transport ships, or cargo ships or whatever, they're being patrolled by the Empire soldiers and the Inquisitor,
Yeah.
Mhm.
the fifth brother.
So
and basically,
And Kumail says, go up to this platform, there's a transport ship that'll get you out.
so he says, can I trust you? And he said, what other option do you have?
Yeah.
So they get up there, and the Grand Inquisitor, he is so mad at Reva. Reva.
Well, we also got
And
the
pretty
scene
much
before
tells
that.
her.
Oh, the epic scene.
When they're on their way up to the transport, you see Kumail's character go face to face with Reva.
Well, no, this happened before because they said you're no longer a part of this mission. You know, I'm going to hunt down Obi-Wan and.
Well, before.
Oh yeah.
And then she
I
ends
forgot
up
about that
getting
scene.
information later on, which is why she goes to where Obi-Wan is going. So she, they pretty much tell her in this like a scene or two before that, you know, you're not doing what we tell you to do pretty much, and you're acting crazy.
Yeah.
You're obsessed
You're
with
going
Obi-Wan.
against our rules.
Yeah,
and
and so you're almost like suspended until they deal with Obi-Wan, then they're going to deal with her.
yeah.
And so what
And
they
she
do,
goes against their rules again.
and so I hate this thing. This is something stupid that the new movies did, where they give Kylo Ren this stupid power where he can interrogate someone using the Force,
And like read
and
their
I
mind.
100% hate it.
I agree.
You never saw the most powerful ones like
Darth Vader.
Darth Maul,
Darth Sidious.
Sidious. You never saw any of them do that. But Kylo Ren has this power because he's
So-
stronger than they are, I
and,
guess.
and Darth Reva.
And
She has this
that's the
sorry,
only
Reva,
thing I
should
didn't
say.
like
Darth
about her
Reva.
is that she
Pretty
was
much.
reading his
Yeah.
mind and got the information, and it wasn't hard to do because he's weak-minded.
So,
And
how,
she
Lord.
pretty much heads straight there, following right behind Obi-Wan and Leia.
so how about the huge reveal when Obi-Wan is told that Anakin, is still alive?
Just you
It-
could see
the
the
look
on
on
his
his face.
The acting, man.
the pain. You know,
I could feel the pain.
Yeah.
the
That was
sorrow.
a big
It was
scene
more
because
it was more of sorrow.
Because when they get there, when Obi-Wan and Leia get there, he says, go to the ship because he hears someone coming after him. And he's hiding behind a lot of crates and just whatever is in that room. And there's Reva chasing after him. And she reveals to him, wherever he is, that Anakin is alive.
He's alive and well.
Well,
yeah, and
he's on a lot of pain.
and right after that, before he's revealed to Reva, there's the Grand Inquisitor.
the Grand Inquisitor
He found her.
he is fed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fed up. He said, "You're not gonna let him get away. I'm gonna fight him."
Yeah.
And what happens?
He gets gut down.
I was kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be the main antagonist.
I liked the Grand Inquisitor. I wanted more of him.
I wanted because he had this, he looked like a villain. See, the difference between Reva and him was he looked like a villain.
Yeah.
He looked like the guy from Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
You could feel it.
Mavic, or Mavic?
I can't remember.
It's from the first Knights of the Old Republic. He was a bald guy.
He
too.
had the half.
Yeah.
He had the
But
respirator.
He got cut down.
Yeah, so pretty much he got stabbed in the chest and killed. He looks like a synthetic though, which makes me want to think he's still alive.
Maybe
but
he's still
Mm.
alive.
he's probably dead.
And
But anyway.
Obi
Yeah, because of that, Obi-Wan
gets away.
has a chance to escape.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he escapes, and no fight scene at the end of episode 2, which I was actually surprised about because
Well, I mean,
We
there
did-
was
no,
two
we-
big things. that
we did
happened.
get fights, but I was expecting like
A
almost like
saber
a fight,
combat.
and then he narrowly escapes,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Get back here," you know.
and
Yeah.
and then she watches the ship take off, and she's got her lightsaber, and they just go
Yeah.
off into the sky, leaving I guess Coruscant or whatever planet they're on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then the final
The
big
final
reveal
scene.
of the episode.
Oh, I kind of felt giddy. It was just like, oh
It
my
It sent
god.
chills down your spine
Yeah,
a little
it's
bit.
it's terrifying and yet beautiful.
And he's the greatest villain in the history of
Cinema.
cinema.
Yeah.
And he was just as ominous as when we saw him 40, 50 years, or not us, but
Yeah.
50 years ago. But and then
We see him in a vat of water, breathing through a respirator.
And-
Who is it?
that just left me wanting more.
I wonder
Yeah.
if that's the actor. What is his name?
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, I wonder if that's him playing Darth
That
Vader.
looked pretty CG.
I know, but
It's hard
you
to
could
tell
see the
'cause it's in the
eyes.
water.
You could see the eyes, and I was trying to look at the eye shape and seeing if I could tell if it was him.
I know.
Well,
But it was
I
so
mean,
hard. to
Even
tell.
even if it is Hayden Christensen, he's going to be covered in so much
It would have
makeup,
been so
Yeah.
cool to see,
prosthetic.
though.
Well,
you know,
And
We'll see.
I don't remember
hopefully
him
next
in the
episode.
last in Return of the Jedi. Darth Vader wasn't that messed up.
Yeah, he was.
He had the big scar, but
He had a
but you
huge
He
could
was
clearly
pretty
bad,
see
man.
you could clearly see his eye shape. Though.
But yeah, Josh, you got to think he was in a vat of water.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he was hydrated.
He's probably wrinkly.
You know,
That
remember
water
what
ring
was
you
it
get.
in Rogue One where they show him in his little water chamber
yeah.
Yeah.
because he has to be like that when he's out of his suit, otherwise he'll
Ugh.
like
He'll
fall
melt.
apart.
So I mean, that's the end of the episode.
That's the end of episode 1
So-
and 2.
We got anything you want to add?
I mean, we could go over like
I mean,
real quick before we end
Hang it
anything. I want to. Well, we need to talk about like rate the episodes. Just
Oh man.
now, obviously, you got to let it marinate.
Yeah.
So this is our first.
This is a
impression.
reaction. I feel like this is a
Yeah.
reaction video.
yeah, pretty
like,
much.
so
I mean, we just finished watching an hour ago.
Yeah, I like to go off of 100. Now you guys can go off 10. I go off 100.
This is just our reaction review, like our first impressions review
Yeah.
of it.
I mean, I feel like we're just getting into it, but I give it like a 95 out of 100.
Yeah.
But I'm just so giddy.
Are we doing episode 1 and 2 like that?
Yeah, why not? They put 2 out.
Yeah.
So
Just
Like-
count it as one episode?
sure. I
For
mean,
me-
for now.
80 out of 100 for episode 1. It was really good.
80.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of action. It was a story one. It was
Yeah.
it was a typical
I think
story.
what Josh is saying, it didn't like bring down the episode, but the tone of it was
It,
brought
it,
down with
it
the
wasn't
Leia
bad. It
moments.
was really
Man,
good. It was really
it's
good.
kind of
but
hard to give a grade on a first episode.
It
of
was
a
slow,
series.
but it was
Yeah.
supposed to be slow.
Yeah.
It was
a
slow,
building.
but it was still an 8. But that's not.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's bad. It's
What-
just a slow beginning.
I'll tell you
episode.
what grade I give it. I give it I'm very excited, very satisfied,
Mhm.
very, much looking forward to next week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And,
I would say
And then
we're
episode
watching
2.
episode 3.
Now,
Yeah,
what would you
episode
give
3.
episode 2 then?
oh, but I'm going to have to just grade the season.
Yeah.
So I guess what I would say is it had me the whole time, and, I'm ready to get back for more. And I was
Yeah.
sad, happy, grip, all of it.
Yeah.
Excited.
You felt every emotion.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
feel like
surprised
it's
a little too, when she gutted the Grand Inquisitor.
A little upset that happened.
Yeah, a little surprised, a little upset.
That's why I deducted a few points off mine.
Yeah,
I gave it a 9.
but
Episode 2 was a 9 because I love the Coruscant looking
But-
thing. Now it could change on future
Yeah.
watches, because you gotta let it marinate and stuff.
well,
But I thought it was really good.
I think that's all I have. I mean,
Um,
do you have anything else?
I would say we did a pretty good breakdown.
Yeah,
It might
I
be a
feel
little
good.
disjointed in places.
Yeah,
Hey,
but-
that's just who we
disjointed.
are,
Yeah.
man.
But well,
We talk as
to
we
be
think.
fair, it was 2 episodes and like a
Yeah.
lot
That
was
was tough,
a
yeah.
lot was happening. It wasn't like
Yeah,
the second episode in particular was not slow. It
Yeah.
kept a steady, fast pace through
Mhm.
When we go-
through a lot of it.
when we go episode at a time, we'll break down each scene.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we just kind of had to
And
get
plus,
this one out there.
Yeah.
by the way, it is 1:18
Yeah.
in the morning.
1:18
We stayed up to watch this, so if we're a little,
Yeah, it's been a long day.
I have a feeling if we sleep on it and wake up, like I'll remember a lot more.
Yeah, me
than I
too.
do
This
now.
is just knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
And then
just spew our thoughts out.
it was a good
But-
first 2 episodes.
Yeah. But I guess that's it, and
Yeah.
we'll be back next week for episode 3, and we're gonna do weekly episodic
Yeah.
all the way.
Might do some.
Yeah.
Before we hang it up, I guess we might do some more Lord of the Rings when it comes out. We'd like to
Mhm.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
House of the Dragon. We're definitely
Absolutely.
gonna
House of the
cover.
Dragon.
know,
We're going to do some of the
weekly.
bigger movie ones when they come
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna do Jurassic World Dominion. We're
Um,
gonna do Thor: Love and Thunder.
I want to do John Wick so bad.
Well-
but they haven't announced it yet.
Yeah,
Here
when
in the
is that?
next 6-7 years when that sucker comes out.
Yeah.
And then we'll do some wrestling every now and then.
Yeah,
You
big
know.
pay-per-views, or we might
Yeah.
go into some old
Talk
events.
some. It's
Oh,
probably going to be
absolutely.
mostly
Yeah.
old stuff.
Mostly old.
Yeah.
And then
And
we'll even talk about some video game
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll watch some big ones just to rant.
Video game
Just
stuff
a
too.
rant.
I'm a big video
yeah,
game.
big
Like-
video game.
Like when we get around to
Yeah.
Royal Rumble or WrestleMania.
Yeah, do some video game playthroughs. Some,
Yeah.
some
We need to
video
do.
game news.
I would like to do a future episode.
Well, you know, in about
After you beat it with me, we need to play Halo 5. 4 and
Yeah.
5, beat those, and then me and you play Halo Infinite when the co-op actually does come out.
Yeah.
Microsoft. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Hold
when
on.
the co-op, when Bungie, no, not Bungie, when 343 gets around to actually making that co-op, we'll actually get to play some Halo. I would like to do an episode where we do Halo, the TV show. We'll talk about it
Ooh,
as a
yeah.
whole
Oh,
after,
man.
Yeah,
after
we
you
finished
see
that
the
a
rest
while
of the
back.
games. So,
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
And don't forget, the Summer Games Fest is a week or two away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
well,
can
hey,
cover that.
So we got
Yeah,
a whole
could
bunch of
cover
game news
the
coming out.
Play session, state of plays, like June
Yeah.
5th.
No, it's next week.
Yeah, June 5th.
And
Oh.
just,
That's next
Yeah.
week.
I forgot.
All right.
just let us know in the comments what you want us to cover.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We're open to it.
Absolutely.
But I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Dumb Dominoes podcast, episode 1.
Absolutely.
We're out.